I don't know how weird this looks tonight, sitting here. I'll redo it. I just wanted to make a quick video about the about what I did today. I did my first public advocacy today, which was I did it last night, and so I went to bed with nothing but fear going through me. Of course, nothing unusual, different kind of fear of like scrutiny, stigma, and so I woke up this morning. There were just a couple of texts. So I just wanted responses to Facebook. I wanted to talk about how I'm working on recovery, which I think is a good form of recovery, is advocacy. And I don't think you can, and this is for OCD, specifically harm OCD, but OCD, possibly ADHD, I don't know the rest. What I did today is I posted to Facebook, and I talked about generally what I go through, and I talked about how my mission was to reach people selfishly, continue on my recovery. And I know that's selfish. I want, but I don't think it is, because I think if you truly do advocacy, you're supposed to help yourself, and therefore people can see that, and you'll reach them. You'll reach them. You'll reach them. And today, sure as heck, a woman reached out about her teenage son. And it was that's it. She said my son goes through the same thing, and she reached out to me on instant message, and we talked a little bit about it. So I know a little bit more, and she knows a little bit more about me, and we're developing that trust, and I think she's just going to speak to me. See, the truth of the matter is, there's therapists, there's, psychologists, psychiatrists, there's, pharmaceutical drugs and stuff like that, and I don't use any of that anymore. I use something called CBT, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, which is the process that includes ERP, which is Exposure with Response Prevention. That means handle it head on, which I'm trying to do. So I'm going to be trying to refine this as much as I can, get a little more articulate, or a little more proper in my writing when I put it out there to advocate for other people. But I just want to tell you this: OCD is a bastard. It's tough. It knows. OCD refer to it like a person, evil person. You think about recovery, and it gets you. You talk to a friend about what you're going through, and then you say, "Oh yeah, you got to do something about it." Yeah, this is recovery. So then you're doing that, talking to a friend, and it gets you. You go to a therapist. To be honest with you, just me. I'm not saying in general, it's me. My experience hasn't been good there. But I went to a foundation online, and one being Frank Bruno in England, former professional fighter, world heavyweight champ. But really, the one that hit home with me was Peace of Mind in Houston, with this one doctor who said it best even before she got, I paraphrase, before she got her doctorate and her master's, she was qualified to talk about it because she lived it. Somebody wrote in once on Twitter, I hope I didn't misquote her terribly. Somebody tweeted once that in my OCD group, nothing wrong with that, by the way, that they're more qualified to talk about their OCD because even though they're not a doctor, I think they were like they might have been a truck driver. Who cares? That's a great job. Who cares? They weren't in the therapy in the business, and they said, I'm most qualified to talk about my mental illness, simply because it's my mental illness, and I've lived it and I've experienced it, and I can talk about it, and I know every ounce of this. And I believe that they're right, because my experience with therapists in general, and specifically with the exception of one, is that who ironically moved to Houston or that area, is that they don't get it, and if they do, they don't get me. And I'm not really that difficult to get. So just tired of being abandoned. I'm not going to abandon myself. I'm not going to abandon ship, and I damn well won't abandon somebody who reaches out to me, which a mom did today for her son. God bless her. And the kid, he's 18, going to school. So much uncertainty, so much hope for that kid. And I just want to say thank you for listening to my first day about advocacy.